Good day, happy travelers. Seven Continents Travel Agency here, talking today about cruises to Alaska in the year 2024. We're getting close. We're in that window where cruise companies start looking at the volume and start dropping prices accordingly. And we have two of the major carriers that have done that. I consider a drastic reduction in price. So we will compare four of the major carriers today. Let's start with Princess. And anytime you can do a week on a cruise for under $500, we consider that a win. Princess says, you know what? I'll do it for under $400. And the end of April, from Vancouver, from Seattle to Alaska, you are technically not in the summer season yet. You can still, I don't know, in a week. I lived there, by the way. I spent 22 years there and about 2 weeks every year in the Pacific Northwest. You can have stretches of nice, and then you could have, if a low pressure system gets stuck off in the Gulf of Alaska, it can be a little rainy. But you're not going to Alaska for the palm trees and the white sands. You're going to Alaska for the green and the snow-capped mountains, and you will certainly get that. So that's this time of the year. It's going to be the greenest of greens. There shouldn't be any smoke. It's going to be a really solid view, and certainly the further north you go, it's amplified that. All right, so from Vancouver, and flights to Vancouver actually are surprisingly cheap. The port fees are a little bit more than the cruise fares, but that's as they say in the industry, that's how they get you. All right, so we will scroll down here. So we got one here from Vancouver up to Alaska and back to Vancouver. And the cool thing about Vancouver is there's plenty of things to do in Vancouver as well. You can actually head up over to Victoria, which is probably one of my favorite spots in all of North America. One of them. Certainly one of them. We'll scroll down a little bit more. Is another $398, leaving about 8 days later. May 8th there. So hang out in Vancouver, celebrate Cinco de Mayo. Then we got another one for $398. This one leaves from Anchorage, heading down to Vancouver. So a lot of cruises for under $400. Here's one from Vancouver to Seattle. Now you're talking right here. Check this out. This one leaves May 4th. So you fly in a couple days early, hang out in Vancouver, have a good time, see the sights, go to Stanley Park, head up to the mountains, do the tour of Vancouver. Whether it's whale watching, harbor, whatever it is. Heck, you could even head over to Victoria if you were so inclined. But you go on your trip up to Alaska, you head down to Seattle, ta-da, more things to see. Pike's Place Market, the first Starbucks, you got the Space Needle, and then you have the Olympic Peninsula, not too far away. You can take the Washington State Ferry System across the Puget Sound. A lot to do. If you like sports, Seattle Mariners will be playing. Whether or not they're home, I haven't checked the schedule yet. I don't know. It might be home. So a lot of cruises here under $500. And then here's an 8-day one for $548. All right, so we know what the gig is here. Let's head over to Carnival. They haven't reduced the prices yet. So we got a pretty good tour. The ship's pretty good. $629 on the Luminosa. It makes a stop in Victoria. And your price is there for May, $629. If you want a balcony, about $1,100. So not there yet. Carnival has not dropped the prices into what we call the bargain realm yet. Let's check out our good friends at Norwegian Cruise Line. Very similar dates. And again, when you're hanging on to $650, that's okay. But we do have one here, $450. Check that out. And that's a postcard in and of itself. Heads up to Vancouver. A little bit of Vancouver there. And Seward, which is Anchorage, is right here. So $450. It's under $500. That's in the what we say the bargain realm. And we'll adjust our filter here a little bit more. Yeah, several cruises on Norwegian under the $500 threshold for a week to be considered bargains. So yeah, they have three different options here. And Norwegian offers a whole slew of promotions. Airfare, if you book airfare through either a travel agent or their website, uh, and book it in the same transaction, you can get discounted airfare. They're also legendary for offering complimentary adult beverages, Wi-Fi credit, excursion credit, specialty dining credit. Norwegian, I call them the cruise line of promotions, and I find that largely to be true. But Royal Caribbean, they said, hang on a second, I got something for you. You think anything under 500 is a good deal? Watch this. How about something under 300? Ooh, okay. Well, we have three options under 300 on Royal Caribbean. And you got some dates to choose from. May 3rd, May 17th. Heck, I mean, even the end of May. Not the end of May, May 31st. That actually is, we're getting it. You should start to be entering the sunnier season. Statistically speaking, the end of May into early June, you're going to start to see more sun than clouds. So that's certainly a date to keep in mind. And as you get into June and July, it should be sunnier. It's rained on the 4th of July. It's rained on my fireworks shows before. Here's another one here, 255, 290. That's even in June. We'll scroll down a little bit more. Radiance of the Seas. There was one here on a really good ship that I wanted to tell. Quantum of the Seas here. This one leaves from Seattle. So if you're looking for one of the Quantum class ships, if you're looking for what we call a bigger style ship, then you would be in luck, because this is at 600. This actually is a bargain for that particular ship, because the ship is worth it. I mean, you got $1,000 for a balcony there. We'll take a look at this itinerary, and just if only if you never left the ship, you would be doing really good. But here we are, heading out at a glacier, making a couple stops along the way, and it's this is the one that I'm looking at. Yeah, it's not under 500. Heck, it's not even under 300. But I'm a big fan of the ship. All right, so there's something for everyone. We got some good deals coming out under 500, under 400, and we even have options under 300 in a week. I don't know if it's widely known. On vacation for 7 days, that means you would be, for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I mean, you just average that the meal per person is what, 20, 25 bucks per person. So, each day would be $75. 75 times 7 is, I mean, you probably eat $500 worth of food. So here you are, 240. You got your lodging on top of that. So this is what I'm talking about, like really deep discounts. And Royal Caribbean throwing in 65% off their fares here. This is why we do the videos, because it's what I'm looking at. It's what you're looking at. You can book these if you're interested. A couple different options. You can go to each of these sites. You can book them. Or if you're like, you know what, I sure wish I had a travel agent. Well, you're in luck. I'm this guy right here. I am Emerson. Pleasure to meet you. And you can go visit my website, message me on this video, I suppose. Lots of different ways to talk to me, and we'll talk. We'll review your options, see where you want to go, what you want to do, and get you on one of those cruises. And so anyway, long story short, I hope you travel safe. And if Alaska is in your future, it's time. Now's at least the time to bring it to committee, bring it to your family, and talk about it. I'll see you in the next video.